Welcome to the pre-recorded virtual public meeting presentation for the FM 2220 project. My name is Octavio Sáenz, and I'm the Public Information Officer for the Texas Department of Transportation Ware District. Thank you for joining us. TxDOT, in cooperation with Hidalgo County Precinct 4, the City of McAllen, and the Rio Grande Valley Metropolitan Planning Organization, is proposing to reconstruct and improve FM 2220, otherwise known as Ware Road, from FM 1925 to Mile 5 Road. The FM 2220 project is a state-owned roadway, and state and federal funds will be utilized for construction. TxDOT has oversight responsibility for this project. Given the unique circumstance of the COVID-19 outbreak, along with our commitment to protecting public health during this national emergency, TxDOT, in cooperation with Hidalgo County Precinct 4 and the City of McAllen, are conducting this virtual public meeting to avoid in-person contact. At this time, the virtual format will be in lieu of the in-person public meeting. The presentation will cover the same information that would have been shared at the in-person public meeting. However, the comment process will be different and will be explained later in detail. All project information can be found on the TxDOT or Hidalgo County Precinct 4 websites at www.txdot.gov or www.hidalgocounty.us. Prior to December 16, 2014, the Federal Highway Administration, or FHWA, reviewed and approved documents prepared under the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA. However, on December 16, 2014, TxDOT assumed responsibility from FHWA for reviewing and approving certain assigned NEPA documents. This Memorandum of Understanding was renewed on December 9, 2019. This review and approval process applies to this project. During the next few minutes, I will provide an overview of the project's need and purpose, the alternatives considered, the proposed intersection and drainage improvements, the right-of-way acquisition process, the project schedule. I will talk about the public comment process, which will be a little different than in-person meeting. I will also provide you with contact information should you have questions or need more information on the project. But first, a word from Commissioner Ellie Torres from Hidalgo County Precinct 4.
Hello, I'm Ellie Torres, your Hidalgo County Commissioner for Precinct 4. Thank you for joining us today for this virtual meeting hosted by our great partners at the Texas Department of Transportation. Today, the focus will be on a very important transportation project, FM 2220, also known as Ware Road. The proposed improvements will reconstruct and widen FM 2220 into 6 lanes with a raised median and sidewalks for safer mobility and improved access to business and educational entities for generations to come. Ware Road, to the north of State Highway 107, has seen a tremendous amount of growth and expansion, and I'm proud to announce that Precinct 4 has taken the lead for the development of Phase 1 of this major corridor in partnership with Texas Department of Transportation and Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1, as well as in coordination with RGV Metropolitan Organization and the great City of McAllen on this much-needed roadway in Hidalgo County. Your feedback and comments are very important, and I ask you to please share them with us via email, phone, or mail. Again, thank you for taking the time to join us, and remember to stay safe, Hidalgo County.
The FM 2220 project is located partially within the City of McAllen. The map on the screen depicts the general area of this project. To the north of FM 1925, FM 2220 will transition to the existing North Ware Road and will taper down to the existing 2-lane rural roadway. The project begins at FM 1925 and continues south to Mile 5 Road, a total length of 5.4 miles. An approximate 1,500-foot roadway transition would occur north of FM 1925. The project is separated into sections. The first section is from FM 1925 to SH 107, a length of 2.9 miles. The second section is from SH 107 to Mile 5 Road, a length of 2.5 miles. The proposed improvements would include reconstruct, widen, and realign FM 2220, realign Russell Road, improve existing roadway intersections, provide sidewalks, and widen 3 existing drainage ditches to manage stormwater runoff from the roadway. The existing roadway is a 2-lane rural roadway with shoulders within a usual 80-foot wide right-of-way. Drainage is currently handled by roadside ditches. This roadway is predicted to have an average total of 20,650 vehicles traveling this corridor daily in 2030. It is projected to increase to 26,900 in the next 20 years. Traffic is separated into two sections as shown on the screen. The first section, from 1925 to SH-107, is projected to have 23,200 vehicles per day in 2030 and is projected to be 30,100 for 2050. The second section, from SH-107 to Mile 5, is projected to have 18,100 vehicles per day in 2030 and is projected to be 23,700 for 2050. Due to new development in the area and the existing conditions of the roadway, there has been a reduction in mobility, an increase in congestion, and an increase in crashes. In addition, the project will provide sufficient drainage of stormwater runoff for the newly proposed roadway. In the last 8 years, there have been a total of 168 crashes reported along this section of FM 2220. A safety evaluation study was previously completed by the Texas A&M Transportation Institute. The areas shown in red on this map are where the highest number of crashes are located. As you can see, the intersections at Mile 5, Mile 6, and SH-107, as well as the curve between Mile 5 and Mile 6 are the crash hotspots. The project is being developed to improve mobility, reduce traffic congestion, and reduce crashes and improve safety for vehicles and pedestrians. Two alternatives were studied and considered for this project, the no-build and the build alternative. Evaluation criteria of the alternatives considered impacts to the human and natural environment. The no-build alternative is required for consideration during the environmental study and is carried forward as a baseline for comparison. Under the no-build alternative, the existing roadway would not be reconstructed or widened. The existing conditions of the roadway would remain the same. No improvements will be made to improve pedestrian or vehicular mobility, congestion, or safety. No improvements will be made to the drainage ditches. The no-build alternative is not recommended because it would not meet the need and purpose of the project. Under the build alternative, the proposed improvements will be able to reconstruct, widen, and realign the existing roadway, improve existing intersections, and clean and widen existing drainage ditches to mitigate stormwater runoff that will be created by the roadway improvements. The roadway improvements would require 64.9 acres of new right-of-way, and the drainage ditches would require 37.3 acres of additional right-of-way. It is anticipated that these improvements would require approximately 12 residential relocations and no non-residential relocations are anticipated. The build alternative meets the need and purpose of the project. As mentioned under the build alternative, plans for the FM 2220 project will be to reconstruct and widen the existing roadway, construct a raised median and sidewalks, provide left turn lanes at intersections, realign the existing curve, realign the intersections, and improve drainage ditches. The proposed improvements will be to reconstruct and widen FM 2220 to a 110-foot wide roadway. The roadway would consist of 6 12-foot wide travel lanes, 2 10-foot wide shoulders, a 16-foot wide raised concrete median, and 6-foot wide sidewalks on both sides of the roadway, all within a proposed 150-foot wide right-of-way. Drainage will be provided by an underground storm drain system to drain stormwater runoff from the roadway. Research completed by the Texas A&M Transportation Institute consistently finds that raised medians provide safety benefits, including a reduction in the number and rate of crashes, a reduction in the severity of crashes, and a decrease in fatalities and incapacitating injuries. The construction of a raised median has decreased crash rates as much as 58%. Raised medians are present in Texas and other states. Examples of local roadways containing raised medians include FM 2220, from I-2 to Mile 3, SH-107 from Business 281 to FM 2220, and Nolana Loop from Veterans Boulevard to FM 1426. The project proposes a 16-foot wide concrete raised median to improve safety due to high projected traffic numbers and accidents. Medians are designed to enhance traffic flow with less interruptions from the minor streets and less frequent turning movements. Less turning movements help limit the number of potential conflict points at driveways and intersections. Conflict points shown in red on this slide are the potential ways a traffic impact could occur. The inclusion of a continuous left turn lane would have a total of 13 conflict points shown in the left picture on this slide. A median would reduce the number of conflict points to 2, picture on the right, thereby improving safety. Intersection improvements are being proposed at Mile 6 Road, Mile 17.5 Road, and Mile 8.5 Road. This depicts the layout of the proposed improvements. Left turn lanes will be provided on the intersecting roads and on FM 2220. In addition, a right turn lane will be provided on FM 2220. Traffic signal warrants will be conducted at Mile 6, Mile 8.5, Mile 17.5, and FM 1925 to determine if traffic signals will be needed. Existing traffic signals at Mile 5 Road and SH 107 will be modified to accommodate the roadway improvements. The intersection of FM 2220 and FM 1925 will be realigned to the west to correct the existing offset alignment. The existing section of FM 2220 would be handled by others. Russell Road would also be realigned from FM 2220 east for approximately 0.6 of a mile. The existing section of Russell Road would be handled by others. A meeting with affected property owners or MAPO was held on November 14, 2019 for property owners located along an approximate 1 mile portion of FM 2220 between Mile 5 and Mile 6. A realignment is proposed to straighten the existing curve. The purpose of the MAPO was to provide options and receive comments on the realignment of the existing curve. A total of 4 options were presented, including the no-build option. Based on the analysis and comments received at the MAPO, TxDOT is proceeding with the technically preferred alternative, Option C, as shown on the screen. Option C was selected because it met the need and purpose, required the least amount of acres, and had the least amount of displacements. Based on comments received, the technically preferred option was selected to realign and straighten the existing curve. The option selected is shown here. The existing curve would remain as a local street with a cul-de-sac at each end. Access to FM 2220 would be provided by a 28-foot wide driveway located approximately 1,000 feet north of 36th Street. In consultation with Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1, the project would include the cleaning and widening of 3 existing drainage ditches. Each drainage ditch would be widened to a varying 50 to 185 feet wide within a varying 80 to 250 foot wide right-of-way. A total of 37.3 acres of new right-of-way will be required for the ditch improvements. The right-of-way acquisition process will follow federal and state laws and policies. The Uniform Relocation Assistance and Real Property Acquisition Policy Act of 1970, known as the Uniform Act, is a federal law that is followed for appraisals, negotiations, and relocation of families and businesses. TxDOT is the agency responsible for acquiring the additional FM 2220 right-of-way from individual property owners and relocating any families or businesses affected by the project. The City of McAllen will be responsible for acquiring the right-of-way on Russell Road and the drainage ditches. Relocation booklets, which provide a general overview of the Relocation Assistance Program and outlines the service offered, and any payments for which displaced individuals, families, business, and nonprofit organizations may be eligible to receive, are available for download on the TxDOT and Hidalgo County Precinct 4 websites at the addresses listed. This project is listed in 2 sections within the RGV-MPO's Metropolitan Transportation Plan and the 2021-2024 Transportation Improvement Program. Both sections are listed in fiscal year 2024. The project has a total of $36.2 million assigned for construction. The next step in project development is to review and evaluate all the comments received during the comment period and finalize the schematic for approval. Project development will continue by finalizing the design and obtaining environmental clearance. We anticipate receiving clearance by winter of 2021. Once environmental clearance is issued and the right-of-way map is complete, TxDOT will begin acquiring the necessary right-of-way. As mentioned, the project would receive bids for construction in fiscal year 2024. TxDOT, Hidalgo County Precinct 4, the City of McAllen, and the RGV-MPO are committed to continuing efforts to gain public feedback on this project. We understand that the comment process is slightly different on this virtual public meeting. Therefore, we will take a moment to discuss how comments can be submitted. The comment form can be downloaded or printed from the TxDOT or Hidalgo County Precinct 4 website at www.txdot.gov keyword FM 2220 or hidalgocounty.us/359/commissioner-PCT-4. Given our current COVID-19 situation, TxDOT is asking the public to provide comments in the following ways. Email to robin.gelston@txdot.gov. Mailed to the TxDOT Fire District Office, attention Robin Gelston, at 600 West Interstate 2, Far Texas 78577, or leave a voicemail at 956-565-6458. Be sure to submit your comments by November 10, 2020 to be included in the official transcript, which is 15 days after the posting of this virtual public meeting. We encourage the public to stay informed. Schematics and presentation materials, including graphics, will be available on the TxDOT and Hidalgo County Precinct 4 websites to view project information in more detail. Should you have any questions or would like additional information at any time during the project development process, please contact TxDOT or Hidalgo County Precinct Number 4 at the numbers listed on this slide between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. You can also follow the TxDOT Fire District on Twitter at the web address provided. Thank you for watching and participating in this very important meeting. This concludes the virtual public meeting. Thank you for your time.